So coming to the hormones, how they are working, and insulin hormone and glucagon hormone, how they are working. So the body cells need glucose for energy, and insulin enables the glucose to enter into the cells. So insulin have to attach to some of the receptor, because it is having the receptors for the transporter molecule. So insulin attaches to the insulin receptors on cells throughout the body and instructed them to open and grant entry to the glucose. So the insulin is the hormone which is one who responsible for allowing the glucose or blocking the glucose from certain levels. So the low levels of insulin constantly circulate throughout the body. So spike in insulin signals the liver that a person's blood glucose level is also high, and causing the liver to absorb glucose and change into glycogen. So when blood sugar level drop, the glucagon instruct the liver to convert the glycogen back into the glucose, and causing the normal person's blood sugar levels to return into normal. So as I said before, glycogen, it is the stored form of glucose in the liver or muscle. So when the body's glucose is getting down, so the liver instructed the glycogen to convert into glucose for the production of energy for the cells. And how the glucagon works, so the liver stores glucose to power the cells during the periods of low blood sugar. So whether skipping meals or getting inadequate nutrition, it also lowers the person's blood sugar level. So by storing glucose in the liver, it ensures the body's blood glucose levels remain steady between the meals and sleep. So when the person's blood glucose level falls, the pancreatic cell secretes glucagon and stimulating the two processes called as gluconeogenesis and glycogenolysis. So gluconeogenesis in the sense glucose is synthesized, where glycogenolysis is the glycogen is breakdown for the formation of glucose, and this lever provides or stimulates the production of glucose using the above two process. And coming to the regulation of blood glucose, we have seen how the blood glucose is regulated to the liver and pancreas. So when it is high blood sugar, it promotes the insulin release, and when it is and in the pancreas, the glucagon will stimulate the glycogen breakdown and it releases the blood sugar. Whereas in liver, the glycogen is converted into glucose and stimulates the glucogen formation. And from the insulin, it stimulates the glucose uptake from blood, and it is also the lowest blood sugar and low blood sugar. So here low blood glucose, high blood glucose, it is contribute in the pancreas. So glucagon releases alpha cells by pancreas, and insulin, it is secreted by the beta pancreas cells, whereas liver releases glucose into blood, and fat cells take glucose from the blood and it achieves the normal blood glucose level. And coming to the glucose tolerance test. So if the body is or if any problems in the regulation of blood glucose level, the doctor used to take the blood glucose level. So blood glucose level test is measured by the glucose tolerance test. So where the glucose tolerance test is conducted in the medical field, and this is the glucose tolerance test. It is a laboratory method to check how the body breaks down or metabolizes the blood sugar and how quickly it is cleared from the blood. So how the glucose is intake and how the glucose is cleared from the blood completely, it is determined by the glucose tolerance test. So this test is mainly used for the diabetes patient or insulin resistant patient, or if a person have any impaired beta cell functions or reactive hypoglycemia, the doctor is recommended to take this glucose tolerance test for the glucose level regulations in the blood. So this is the common test performed either the glucose level is